And he's a half-inch advantage in reach. Well, let's go to Michael Buff.
Consisting of 25 victories, including 18 knockouts. Juarez! 62 victories with 42 knockouts. Barrera!
I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch him up.
Fair but firm. Shoes that should show up a little bit better on your screen. So Barrera and Tapia is actually Barrera, number 1, scheduled for 12. To treat Juarez less than an American, rather less.
Juarez's people have been vocal.
Barrera's beating him to the punch. Although we know he's always in great shape. But I tell you this.
As he came in and did not commit to punching.
Up on his toes, gets his angle, slides off to the left, bends at the trunks. Less than a minute to go in the first round, and I think Barrera's boxing nicely.
And he's had the speed advantage.
Yeah, noticeable speed. It said that he had to open fast and box fast round. And fairly...
And for Marco Antonio Barrera...
Tries to reach for him, yeah, frustration and misses. I mean, I don't see any... All right, here we go, round 2. MGM Grand Garden Arena, the reigning WBC super featherweight champion of the world. Decision, Barrera got the decision after it was announced.
Even in this fight than last one.
They're allowed to happen in the early going. There he is with the jab. Circle. Juarez hasn't been able to reach Barrera, but that's positioning by Barrera. Just
get him out. Get him out of there. Come
really controlling things. I mean,
and he will have to gamble in subsequent rounds. And I think.
Let's go.
Here we go, round number 3. Schedule. You almost have to guess which way he's going to go and commit yourself that way and go after him.
And that's what he's starting to do.
That time falls short, but the left hand does. Rocky, yeah, go ahead, Dave.
Body shots by Juarez is starting to
hunting him just a little bit. I mean, you're talking about a fighter very tough.
To be able to surge, to get inside, and find a... No, they're not landing solid, but...
Rocky just can't all the time here in the 3rd round. There's only a few seconds left.
You can always be ready for that Barrera uppercut.
And the bell ends round 3. Now, there's associations that they can mention here in Las Vegas, so Alex Ramos really couldn't give him that round. And now he needs to start taking some go, Dave, that he'd have to take more chances. Really, he's behind the head.
Steve, get down low, take that chance. But try.
I mean, that time at least he snapped it out there, but Marco Antonio, in that maybe this round is going Rocky's way. In that case, he's actually fainted out of his punch. Juarez's best round, not a significant round, but he certainly pressured on this round. In fact, the judges agree that he has. Now Rocky beat him to the punch in that combination. So on my score, fight in the 4th round, although this is very close. This is good stuff now by Rocky.
Are not coming up 5 inches short. They're starting
him up Barrera since the 3rd round, though. I mean,
a couple rounds ago, and now Barrera has to react to Juarez, and he's not
being the difference in winning and losing this fight. He sort of gave away those rounds at
level, and he looked very sharp. Juarez has to take
again, trying to draw Barrera to him to counter.
We've been waiting to see who would land the first good shot. Now Juarez.
A chess match here, Dave. I expected to win this round. That's a tough round to score. Very.
There's Barrera going to the body, his best punch through, and he has to be more urgent like he was in that.
Not a lot of difference between these two guys tonight.
The opportunity to rifle in 2 hooks. To the head and body by Barrera, get in, because
what we saw in the first fight here. I've been a lot of sustained.
Make perfect punches. They should just let their hands go.
The adrenaline flow is going with a minute 26. Rocky tries to hunt him down. Let's fly with a shot.
Greatest shots in the world. Anything to slow Barrera down for later.
When I say it as now, Barrera willing to catch. He plants, it comes with the uppercut. Boy, he invited taking a little bit of puffiness below the eyes of Rocky Juarez. A little bit with age and difficult fights over the years. He's a terrific fighter. Right now, not a lot between them in the first half of the fight. Barrera with his back to you to the right of his screen.
A little better position than he was the first fight. Maybe being down only
the right hand, and every once in a while that half hook.
Barrera's not giving him that, and these angles are posing a problem for him.
Standing flat-footed in front of him. Rocky caught up with the shot.
And we've seen Barrera in some fights where he has not moved as much. The height and reach disadvantage.
As Barrera with that jab, both fights. Not a lot of difference in any round, particularly his way. Puffiness below the right eye, and it's a pretty good welt below the. I don't know. The bell ends the 7th round. Every round, let's say round 1 and round 2, but all you have to do is win a 10-9, and it goes in your favor. It's a close. Every round is close. Every Juarez got a little problem with the swelling below his right eye.
Against a lot of guys who are bigger than him, and Barrera 30. We had seen vulnerability in Barrera by the.
And it's the seesaw continues. Is that Barrera saying, come on, let's mix it up. You think right hand because he can't hit Barrera. He's just, his inability to land effective, and the way Barrera has been brilliant in boxing him, it's been difficult for
the head before, and now Barrera had his most clear
frustration with the movement of Barrera. The bell ends it, and that's
Juarez cannot get inside. And here's Juarez.
Bob Shorten with me, Dave Bontempo. We enjoy bringing these fights to you on a regular basis. It's Rocky Juarez, who we expected to see really assault him. And
there are differences between fights, and he's giving him aggravated assault right now. He's just moving side to
missing shots, but that's the positioning of Barrera.
Juarez putting 2 punches together in this fight.
Oh, we have
and the angle.
Yeah, I mean, look at the way he's moving side to side. You just can't. He's just a very, very good fighter, and it's frustrating for Rocky because Barrera won that fight.
Well, what's happened to Juarez has stepped up a notch, and that's what
a sense of urgency of Rocky, but he's just having difficulty.
And so he's going to have trouble seeing a lot now. To have trouble puffiness around his right eye. We'll keep
comes the bell to end round number 9. A scheduled 12-round world title fight at 130 pounds. Again, the rounds have been
rematches being about adjustments. Barrera moved but enough that he's now in desperation mode.
They're going to earn their money tonight with this one.
Did see in some parts in the second half. Now is going to know how Nassim
massive fight to my way of thinking tonight.
Yeah.
Double jab.
One of the really great aspects of Barrera is that
if Barrera continues with the bell ending the 10th round, the 11th round at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Good crowd here at the MGM Grand turning out. The rounds have been real close, and especially in the early going.
We're seeing the frustration setting over Juarez, who's been out.
Joe Cortez separates the two. Barrera looks at him like, hey, what,
you want to fight that way? He has not opened up for an alternate style.
He's very frustrated, I think, right now. Wild with the left-handed save. Outboxing this kid tonight. He didn't come out fast in the beginning, which was one of the keys.
Made him very live at the end of the fight. Barrera improved. Maybe took better adjustments, and maybe was a little unnerved.
All right, here we go. Round number 12. Meat grinder. Barrera has been able to hold. If ever there's a time to be desperate, it's in the 12th round, but look at the movement to the end.
It's gone the other way. Barrera is like a train that left town.
Mr. Rocky Juarez, there's a lot of fight left in Marco Antonio Barrera.
Angles, the ability to conserve energy.
Which may be the case in this fight. Would like to turn out the lights and catch this guy with something, but he can't.
Showed his masterful boxing skills and made this fight simple, which is what training didn't get Barrera and changed the style of this fight.
Out. It's been a boxing match. There have been no knockdown.
Fight. So a lot more of Juarez was expected, but it's Barrera.
13, all 3 to the winner by unanimous decision, and Antonio